Okay. So this is an exclusive Spoil Yourself class for everyone who participated this week in getting spoiled by their friend or loved one in doTERRA, that we got to really just share these gifts of the earth. doTERRA means gifts of the earth in Latin, and that's really what these are. So nature's medicine, we are really passionate about sharing natural remedies for any person, definitely every parent should know, and how to detox your medicine cabinet. So how to actually replace synthetic options for natural solutions, plant-based solutions that are safer, cheaper, and more effective. So this is really science and nature. And that's where we come into essential oils. So let me share a little bit how my journey began. And I didn't get into this as much in the Spoil Yourself group, but when I was 5 months pregnant, actually, I was 2 months pregnant with my first, who's 3 now, and I was working from home. My background was in the corporate world, which was super high stress, and I had some health challenges because of that. It ran my life, and I didn't know how I was going to really have a family around that job, and I was really just eating bagels in between my meetings with clients, and just, it was not good. So I loved natural health, but my background was in business. And so when I left, I actually started working for, a natural company, and absolutely loved working for this natural doctor. And in that journey, I started working really for myself, and I worked from home from another company that ended up getting sold when I was 2 months pregnant with my first kid. So I was really discouraged because I felt like I had to go back into the corporate world, and I did not want to do that. But we were both in Connecticut, and that was, it's an expensive place to live. My husband was working 70 hours a week doing appraisals, and it was just, trying to pay our rent and all of that. So that was the plan. Then when I was 5 months pregnant, in that picture up on the top left, that's when my friend, Dr. Axe, introduced me to doTERRA essential oils. Now, I was familiar with another oil company just from their smells. I hadn't been using them medicinally, and I had back pain and headaches during that time when I was pregnant, and I definitely didn't want to take anything synthetic. Well, the oils worked right away, and by my 3rd trimester, I had 0 back pain. And it was just awesome to have them through birth, and then also have them with my newborn and with stress. And by the time the baby was born, actually, I was teaching classes on oils full time because people were loving them as well. So I'm very passionate about, the business side of doTERRA because it's allowed me to stay at home and I didn't have to go back to the corporate world. But I'm also so thankful that I get to share this with other moms. And I work with all ages, but I love working with moms or grandparents that have, little kids running around, and people who are pregnant, because they've just been so helpful for me. And so we moved down to Hilton Head a year ago, and now my husband and I both actually teach on doTERRA full time. So we use the oils every day. He uses them for just energy, performance. He's got an athletic background, and they helped with his early arthritis in his hip hugely. Actually, the supplements are his favorite. And then my baby, and then we just had another baby who's 2 months. So if you have this oil, pull it out. I use this before every class. This is our Focus Blend. And so this has got a great smell. I wear this during the day instead of perfume because people will come up to me and be like, "You smell so good. What is that?" It is unisex, so a guy can wear this. It really helps to clear brain fog. Top oil for kids with ADHD and autism. I wear this about 3 times a day. I'll roll it on underneath my nose, on the back of my brain stem. I posted a video of this in the Spoil Yourself group of he was probably middle school age. Just one of the many testimonies from kids that actually bring this oil with them to school. So if you have kids this age, it's a great study blend. It's good to put in your diffuser. It promotes clarity of thought. It helps to bring down brain fog, and it just overall healthy thought processes. So I like that it's such a positive oil, and I put it on and I just have positive thoughts, which is very helpful throughout the day. So sandalwood, frankincense, Roman chamomile, lime, just a really cool blend. Simple guide to essential oils. This is really what we do in a nutshell. And our competition is the pharmaceutical industry. I never go tell people to never get on a drug, because there are times when that is definitely needed, and emergencies. But it's overused in our culture, and oftentimes it's the first thing people go to, which can wreak havoc on your body and your gut. So we spend $4 trillion a year on healthcare in the United States, which is a lot. And every single major illness is on the rise every year. Cancer, diabetes, anxiety, heart disease, depression. So as we're spending so much money each year, these diseases are on the rise. So people might be living longer, but their quality of life isn't there. Preschoolers are actually the fastest growing age group being prescribed antidepressants. I've seen this already just having my kid in preschool with these kids that are being put on these severe medications, and so it's really sad. And a lot of people are looking for natural solutions because they're having reactions to these drugs and they're not seeing results. So essential oils are nothing new. They've been around for thousands of years, and they've been used for their therapeutic benefits. If you've gone through a rose garden or a citrus grove, you can experience just that aromatic effect of the essential oils. But as you know from this week, they're a lot more than that. They are used to treat colds, stress, ADD, viruses, bacteria, burns, rash, headaches, cuts, so much more. The emotional support of it, cleaning the house, making your home chemical free. They're more effective than synthetic drugs because they're absorbed quickly. If you missed that video, I'm going to cover that right now onto why they're more effective than synthetic drugs. There's no chemicals or additives. There's no side effects. You don't have to worry about dying from using essential oils. And there's no risks of addiction. They're 100% natural, distilled from plants, safe for anyone to use. Like I said, I use these on my newborn. They can be used aromatically, topically, internally. And just the cost of treating different ear, for instance, an ear infection, we are using, drops every day for a treatment. You're talking cents compared to paying the copay, paying for the prescription drugs. So they really always having to feel like you have to go to the doctor for everything. So my little toddler will pick up things here and there, but I know how to help him feel better using the oils. I don't need to run to the doctor and spend all that money and then just to have him prescribed oftentimes an antibiotic or something else because it's a virus and it's not going to help anyways. What is an oil? They're the natural aromatic compounds found in leaves, seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of plants. So the lavender, the balance, the peppermint is the leaf. So these oils are coming from different parts of plants. They're up to 70 times more powerful than herbs. If you've used herbal medicine for 3 weeks at a time, 4 weeks, this is way more concentrated. 1 drop of peppermint oil, which we had this week, is equal to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. This is doTERRA's peppermint. So it's a different level. And 1 15 milliliter bottle of lavender, it takes 30 pounds of lavender flowers to make that 1 bottle. They're safer and less money than synthetic drugs. And there's no side effects that you have to worry about. Just don't get them in your eye. This is what it looks like if you zoom in on the peppermint leaf. And that's the oil sac. Okay, so that's where you can actually see the oil sac sitting there. The plant's natural way of protecting this sac is by those spikes. It's vital to the plant's survival. It cannot survive without the essential oils. What the essential oils are doing is protecting the plants from predators, from diseases, from fungus, bacteria. And so when you take that oil sac and put it on your body, it's a natural environment. So it goes to work in the same way, protecting us. So this is really just the medicine that was provided to us in nature. Reinventing healthcare in our own home. That's what doTERRA is all about. Every single home, usually it's the mom, is has a wellness provider that actually looks in to taking care of the health of their family. And so typically it is the mom, sometimes it's the dad, but we're responsible for really making sure we take care of our loved ones and that we are out there looking for solutions for them. And so what's nice is finding some natural solutions that work. And doTERRA offers that. So if we compare nature's medicine versus synthetic drugs, this is my one depressing slide. The Center for Disease Control estimates that healthcare premiums for a family of 4 have increased 114% since 2000. So this is actually 5 times that now. It's very expensive. And just the side effects from using synthetic drugs, when you watch the prescription or the commercials on pharmaceuticals and you see people dancing around, and then at the end they have a whole long list of all these potential side effects like suicide or killing somebody else or explosive diarrhea. It's no wonder people are not wanting to go that route, and they don't like the way that they feel mentally or physically from taking certain drugs, because you don't really know how it's going to react to your body. They do destroy the healthy gut flora, which is why the doctor says, make sure you go home and take this with a probiotic, because it's going to destroy the bad stuff in your gut, but it's also going to destroy the good stuff. They are chemical copies of what's found in nature. I had no clue that they actually take pharmaceuticals and they're making them synthetically, but they're copying off of what's the chemical compounds in nature. So wintergreen essential oil, which we see in the deep blue, that is really a pain essential oil. And so when they actually make pain topical creams that are synthetic, they use a synthetic form of methyl salicylate. Well, methyl salicylate is the most active compound in wintergreen. And so that's the safest, most natural place to get that pain medication into your body. Also, the drugs are not able to penetrate the cell wall to fight viruses. So if you do have a virus and you go to the doctor hoping that he can help you get over this, and he says, sorry, it's a virus, there's nothing you can do, it's because the drugs can't penetrate the cell wall. And then sadly, 250,000 Americans die each year from pharmaceuticals. 125,000 of that total is actually properly prescribed. So it's not just overdoses. The difference with oils is they actually penetrate the cell wall to get inside within minutes. So when you're taking an essential oil, they're carbon-based, they're lipophilic, they get through that cellular membrane within minutes, and they naturally go after that virus to fight it. They're protective as well. So many times, I'll say when you start using oils, doTERRA, in your family on a daily basis and getting oils in your body and inside your cells, your sicknesses are going to go way down. But when you do get sick, you can help your body heal much faster, whereas some people can be out for weeks at a time because it's going to just naturally fight that virus. And they're just more effective because they penetrate that cell membrane. The cells let in the oils because they're natural, whereas they do not let synthetic things inside the cell. Hospitals are using essential oils. And in America, we've partnered now with 127 hospitals, Vanderbilt Hospital being the first one. And they've got studies. If you're into research and science, you can go to pubmed.gov and there's tons of research on essential oils that have been coming out. We have Johns Hopkins doing studies with doTERRA essential oils. They do choose doTERRA because they're the most tested and the most trusted. We do third-party testing, which is very important. Most companies do not do a third-party testing. We have our own in-house testing, but we also indigenously source, which no other company is doing indigenous sourcing like we are. And so this is a huge difference in the potency. But a lot of these hospitals are using them to diffuse, to clear germs, and even pharmacies now are actually carrying doTERRA. A lot of pharmacies you can actually find doTERRA in. So why choose doTERRA? You see the picture of the baby. Obviously, when we're talking about using oils on little kids, or if you know little kids and you want to recommend using essential oils and plant medicine, you have to make sure you're getting an actual pure oil. And really, the highest quality in the world is known to be doTERRA because of what they do. And so you're guaranteed safety. If you look at the essential oil industry as a whole, unfortunately, there's some common practices that are just not good. And if you look at the pie chart, 80% of what's out there is synthetic. So even though it says at Walmart or Bed Bath & Beyond, essential oil and 100% pure, it could be filled with synthetics and chemicals, alcohol made in a lab, and just put into a bottle just to have that aromatic smell. So most of it's synthetic. The next level is food grade. This is if you go to a grocery store and you actually see essential oils in some of the food items like cake mixes or cookies. This is the Gross standard, which is generally regarded as safe to ingest. So there are essential oils that have been regarded as safe to ingest that you can take internally, but there is no therapeutic benefit from actually taking that peppermint gum that has peppermint essential oil in it. Therapeutic is the next level, which means you'll get a therapeutic benefit. And this is if you go to get a massage and you actually have the massage therapist rub an oil down your spine, then you're probably not going to have a reaction to it. And you actually might feel calm or have some sort of therapeutic benefit. Here's the problem. There's zero industry standards. There's no regulation at all with essential oils. So people can say therapeutic grade, but it doesn't mean anything. There is no such thing as a grade when it comes to essential oils. So you could go into a health food store, you go right into Whole Foods, pick up a brand right there that says 100% pure peppermint, and it means nothing. It could have contaminants, fillers, pesticides. So they don't get regulated. They can put whatever they want on the bottle. 100% pure means nothing. And so you can look at terms that say organic, wildcrafted, but that's not what actually matters in essential oils. So those little phrases mean nothing. And so that's the problem. With doTERRA 8 years ago, they started because of this issue. And this is why the doctors actually partner with doTERRA in the hospitals, is CPTG. This is doTERRA's grade, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And this is what they do differently. It's two things. Number one is purity. They do third-party testing that's non-biased, where they actually test every single liter of oil to make sure that there is no artificial ingredients, fragrances, fillers, no contaminants, pesticides, or chemicals. So it's beyond organic. I say beyond organic because they actually test the final product. So even after all the testing's done, they make sure there's no contamination in it. So purity. They also make sure that the chemical constituents, what makes it work, is super high. And this is why if you've tried a peppermint from another brand and then you go over to doTERRA's peppermint, it has the highest menthol on the planet. Menthol is the chemical constituent that's very active in there that really does have those medicinal effects. So purity. These products you might recognize, and you'll see essential oils in them. But just because it says essential oil does not actually mean that it's essential oil. So know that. That's what you really need to make sure you understand. Just like eating Fruit Loops doesn't mean you're actually eating real fruit. Okay? So no regulation, no grade. It really comes down to who you trust. And this is why doTERRA is the most trusted. Here's the second part. Every oil that we're actually sourcing is coming from where that plant is native, where that plant is indigenous. For instance, frankincense is the most potent in the Middle East. It actually grows off cliffs. We can't grow frankincense trees here. So the chemical constituents, the potency is going to be really high when you source it from there. That's where that's where the best frankincense in the world is. The lemon comes from Italy. There's a saying, there's no such thing as a lemon unless it's a Sicilian lemon. Our tea tree oil, Melaleuca, comes from Australia. So does the eucalyptus. The myrrh comes from Ethiopia. The vetiver comes from Haiti. And so on. So you can see we're sourcing where these plants are thriving. And this is where you're going to find the most active compounds because you can't recreate that. So for instance, lavender, you can grow pretty much anywhere. You can grow it in your backyard and you can make it organic. But when you actually, if you were to distill that, it would be nothing compared to the lavender that's thriving and growing in the beautiful lavender fields of France and Bulgaria. That's where it's indigenous. That's where you want your lavender to come from. So it does not, the best lavender in the world is not grown in Utah. It's not grown in the United States. And that's why our oils work so much better than any other brand. No one in the world is doing what doTERRA is doing. And this is called indigenous sourcing. They partner and they have 85% of this oil is exclusive. Nobody else can touch the oil from these farms because it's straight doTERRA. And we work with these farms. For instance, we're getting our new neroli oil from Egypt. And they know exactly, you could actually get neroli from France, but they alter the plants there. Whereas in Egypt, they've had these plants there since 1642 AD. They have not been touched. This is where doTERRA partners with these generations after generations. And we're getting the most amazing neroli oil in the world from Egypt. So they know this isn't just brokering oils and getting it from wherever. They actually make choices based on the best oil in the world, knowing the plants. So not everybody can just be into essential oils. You'll see so many people just trying to jump in and make money. But when you really get into doTERRA and you understand, it is not just about being organic. It's way more than that. Where do these plants come from? When are they sourced? Or when are they actually, harvested? That makes a huge difference. Some of these plants you can't harvest unless it's the middle of the night. And so it's a whole lot that goes into this. 2/3 of these countries are third world countries. What I love about that is doTERRA's sourcing model, which is co-impact sourcing. They're going into these third world countries that are really destitute, and doTERRA is paying them above fair trade. Some of them don't even have water sources. They build a pipeline, and they now have water in the community that we partner with in Haiti. They're doing orphanages, medical care. So that's called co-impact sourcing. And if you're mission minded, I like to be part of a company that's mission minded like that. doTERRA is 100% debt free. So they're able, they're $1 billion company. They hit $1 billion in 7 years, just like Facebook and Apple. And they're making a huge, huge impact on the world and on the economic level, and changing the world in this way. And this is really why they're so successful. So that's called co-impact sourcing. So these are the 3 ways to use oils. Aromatic, you can put them in a diffuser, breathe them in. Also, when you diffuse in your house, it kills germs in the air, and it also changes the mood. And this is in Vanderbilt Hospital. That's one of the diffusers that diffuses straight oil. And it says this machine is diffusing certified pure therapeutic grade oils, which have many benefits, such as providing natural air purification. They help to eliminate odors and mold in the air. They're naturally antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, and they inhibit bacterial growth. These oils are CPTG, certified pure therapeutic grade, and they have no synthetic additives. So straight from the hospitals, this is why every home should have a diffuser in their house. Secondly is topical, like when you put the deep blue on, you could apply it to a certain area, or if you have kidney support or liver and you want to help with detoxification, wherever you're trying to actually apply that oil, you could put it directly there. Anywhere you can point on your body, you can put it there. If you're using it for emotional support, put it where you want. Put it on your neck, put it on your wrist, put it on the bottoms of your feet. It's going to enter your bloodstream within 30 seconds. And so that's a really cool thing about oils, is that there are so many molecules that are getting into your system and making just positive changes in your body. So they really do raise your energy and your frequency of your body. I notice when people start using oils every single month, just the overall vitality, because these oils are getting on them every day, it's just going to raise your mood. It's just going to be uplifting because you're just more connected to nature and plants. This is internal use, and this is specific to doTERRA. You can actually hurt yourself if you go into any health food store and start drinking peppermint because you don't know what's in there. But with doTERRA, we stand behind that. We guarantee you that there's no synthetics or additives. And you can take these internally for stomach issues, digestive issues, as an alternative to antibiotics, or before getting on an antibiotic, you can use oils. You can put it in a gel capsule. We have veggie caps that you can get, and that's how, if an oil, not all these oils taste good, like thyme or margarine or oregano, but you can put them in a gel cap so you don't have to taste them. I take 2 drops of frankincense under my tongue daily. I love it. So some of the oils, you can just take them direct. A lot of them you just put in water, like wild orange or grapefruit or slim and sassy. And that's really great to help with cleansing or sugar cravings. So there's reasons why you would take them internally. A little bit of safety guidelines. Certain oils are hot, like oregano or cinnamon. It will say on the bottle just to dilute. for the most part, a lot of these are just used internally. So, but if you were to apply oregano for, takes off warts, plantar warts, skin tags, there's certain reasons why you would apply them topically, then you would just dilute those. If you apply them to the bottom of your feet, you don't have to dilute them. You won't feel them. But topically, if you put them on your arm, you will want to dilute those. Also, we say not to ingest for under age 6. So wait till kids are about 6 to give internally. Just use them topically on kids. Spine, bottoms of the feet. You can put on kids, cover with socks. So I put him on my newborn and just put him on his belly and put his clothes on. Just don't apply, on the face because they could rub their face when they're little like that. And then don't drink in plastic bottles because they do actually leach out the plastic, because plastic you don't want in your body. So it actually will help clear petrochemicals. So only drink oils in glass or steel. Don't apply citrus oils before laying out in the sun. And it will just turn your skin red, which is, not very fun. And so, I always say before you lay out in the sun, just put them where the sun don't shine, or just apply them, the night before. Don't put them before I say give yourself 12 hours before laying out. And then clearly get that Essential Life book too. So going through these top 10 oils, we experienced 6 different products this week, but there's really a top 10. And this is what an Essential Oils 101 class is all about, is how to get started using oils. This is really what every medicine cabinet should have. I'm going to go ahead and see if I need to mute these lines in the background. Okay. All right. So this is what every medicine cabinet should have. Number 1, lavender. Everyone on the planet needs to have lavender because you can use this every single day for so many things. Number 1, calming, sleep, anxiety, tension. It's also used for skin irritations. I use this under my eyes for dark circles. It's great for just relaxing upset kids, mood changes. So I have one kid that I use, my first actually, I tend to go more with balance or frankincense or peace or vetiver, whereas my newborn is such a lavender baby. So I take that little lavender touch. The touch line just means that they're pre-diluted. So this is what is essential to have. I want the straight lavender for myself, but then I want the touch line for my kids because I don't have to dilute them. I just grab those and I roll them on them. And so they're pre-diluted for kids. So that lavender touch, when I change his diaper, I just rub that on there for any redness, and it also just makes him pass out. So he sleeps really great. And so he's a lavender baby totally. I'd say 80% of kids are. I always say when you're starting to work with the sleep oils, start with lavender. And then if you need more, obviously Serenity is a lavender blend with even chamomile in there and some other amazing oils. But lavender you just want for so many things. I use this when I run errands just to calm. When I'm driving, I use it for any allergies. 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of peppermint, 2 drops of lemon is nature's allergy shot. So write that down. They're amazing for allergies. Had a lot of people that suffer from allergies that have converted to doTERRA and not had to get taking those allergy shots. Put this in your bath water. It's amazing. After you take the bath, then you won't want to do anything. So you'll just lay there. It's just such a good stress relief. It's good for burns. So keep it in your kitchen if you have a burn. And that's great. The second one is, one second. I got off here. I got off track. Okay, the second one is the lemon. And lemon is not the same as the fruit, so it's actually cold pressed from the rind. So if you thought of like a lemon zest, when you zest something, you know how concentrated that is? This is totally different. So the lemon essential oil is super concentrated, great for cleansing, great for detoxifying, and makes your air smell really good when you diffuse it. It's also amazing to clean with. I use my whiteboards, so I actually use lemon and it will take anything off the whiteboard. It doesn't matter if it's been on there for like 6 months. It will take just stuff off of the grout in your bathroom. We call it like that stuff called Goo Gone. This is like your natural version of that. So it's fantastic to get gunk up out of weird places in your house. Totally non-toxic. You can make things, and my cleaning cabinet is so small now because I just make, my cleaning sprays. You can make over all of that. And I don't have to worry when my toddler gets into my cleaning cabinet, because those poisons in the cleaning products out there, it's not worth it, in my opinion, to have it in your house. You got to keep that completely out of reach of your kids. But this is also great for runny noses. Apply it to the spine. That's what I do. You can also use this, again, for allergies, lemon, lavender, peppermint. That's a classic doTERRA allergy shot. They have something called Tri-Ease, which are just capsules with those 3 oils in it. You can just take those. But again, respiratory function, sore throat, I put 2 drops of lemon with honey, swallow that. It's just awesome. And this is something that you can do every single day in your water. Peppermint. Peppermint is known to clear a headache. This is what helped me when I was pregnant, but it does so many more things. It's great for digestion, respiratory function when you breathe it in and inhale it, bloating, gas, indigestion. You can grab it. You can use it with lavender for headaches. It helps with fevers. So when your kid has a fever or you're feeling hot, you can actually apply this to cool your body. It also is great for circulation. So when you put it on your shoulders, you're going to feel that go to work. So this really is one of the oils that you use for circulation. Great for your lungs. Great for also burns and hot flashes. I had a class with these women, and when I mentioned that, they're like, oh my gosh, give it to me. And it's known to clear hot flash in, minutes. So this is a great one when people say, what do I need for energy? This is what you use for energy. My husband does this every morning. He does a couple drops on his tongue right before he goes to CrossFit to wake up. And it also freshens the breath. Melaleuca, also known as tea tree oil. Some people like the smell, others don't. But you get used to it, and the therapeutic properties of Melaleuca are just huge. So you want to have this. This is one of your antivirals. So you want to use it when you have a virus and also to prevent viruses. This is also the ear infection oil. So you want to rub it around the ear. Don't pour it in the ear, but rub it around, or put it on a cotton ball and then sleep with a cotton ball in your ear, and you should wake up and it should be gone. Environmental and seasonal threats, you can diffuse it to just keep those germs away. It's also an antifungal. So put it on your makeup brush, because those makeup brushes hold bacteria, which makes you break out. Number one thing that you would use this for as well is acne. So when you have a blemish, grab your Melaleuca and put it directly on that area to make it clear up fast and take the redness away. You can definitely take this internally. You do not have to dilute it. This is also a good baby oil. If you have hives, if you have itchy skin, you would use Melaleuca. I tend to use Melaleuca and lavender together a lot. And so definitely when you're fighting a virus, this is one of the ones you'd use. If you have mildew in your house, mold, you diffuse Melaleuca as well to clear out those germs. And then for sure, a lice go-to. Whenever lice hits the schools, I get a ton of calls and texts. I need some Melaleuca. So just a great oil to have. And it's great for cuts and wounds. Oregano is the next oil. Now, this is not an oil that you would typically use every day, although I know a couple people that do. I know I have one friend that actually puts this on her eggs every morning, and I think she's crazy, but she loves it. But oregano is what you want to go to for sure when you feel that tickle in your throat, like you feel like you're going to get sick or your immune system is low. Grab the oregano, take a couple drops in a shot glass and shoot it, or I put it in a capsule so I don't even have to taste it. I always say if you have reactions to drugs, do oregano first, or even before going to get on an antibiotic, do oregano. So my 3-year-old, I have oregano touch. I was putting oregano on him to fight this little virus and help him. This has been shown to clear up MRSA, which is antibiotic resistant staph. It's so complex and so strong. It's the carbachol, which is a chemical constituent. You want this in your medicine cabinet. So this one bottle will last you like a year and a half or so. I mean, unless you're treating something like candida, but healthy digestion, respiratory, so many things. It's so great for you. Yes, you can cook with it. You can just 1 drop for your whole marinara sauce is fine. But, flus, fevers, anything major, oregano, lemon, and On Guard, you could actually use this as the cold and flu balm. And this is also clears warts. For some reason, I got plantar's warts when I was pregnant, and I put this on right away. And within a month and a half, they were gone. So, so many stories about that. Frankincense, king of oils. When in doubt, use frankincense. If you're brand new to essential oils, this is a must. If I had to pick one oil to start with, it would be frankincense. It's so powerful. I mean, we know the story from baby Jesus. They brought frankincense and myrrh and gold, and it was considered more costly than gold back in the day. It was really fit for a king because of all the benefits that it gave you. And if you, I mean, there's been studies after studies. If you Google frankincense, you're going to see so many things: anti-cancer, anti-tumor. It's been shown to shrink tumors. Dogs that have, cancer or sicknesses, great to use with dogs and to prevent tumors. And but also just on a daily basis, I do 2 drops every day under my tongue, no matter what. I crave it. Most people in doTERRA do this as well. So it's just so great to actually have in your body daily. It's what it does to the cells. So it's great to rejuvenate healthy cells, and then it knows the difference between a healthy cell and a bad cell. So it basically gets rid of bad cells and helps to rejuvenate and replicate healthy cells. Okay, so we always want to look at what we're doing to the cells. Another thing with frankincense is for the brain. So it's a top oil for brain support. A lot of people will actually take a drop on their thumb, put it directly on the roof of their mouth to just go shoot right up to the brain. Put it on your brain stem. This is great for people who have autoimmune, neuropathy, MS. It's great for balance, fibroids, ulcers. It's also a beauty oil. So this has been, great for helping with fine lines or wrinkles. So I actually put a drop of this in my moisturizer every morning. I also, when I wash my face at night, this is one of my skin oils. So I use frankincense, I use geranium, I use our anti-aging blend, I use myrrh, and I'll just take, an argan oil or something. And sometimes I just apply it straight and I just put it on my face. So this is great for skin, for beauty. It's also a spiritual oil. I rub this on before we go to church. And I always joke with my husband, I'm like, we walk in, I'm like, people just are like, wow, smells like Jesus. This is like the Jesus oil. And it's so grounding, and it's such a beautiful mind, body, spirit oil. So meditation, people use this in their yoga, and it's just awesome to have. So definitely to prevent sicknesses, but definitely when you are sick, you want to up the frankincense. So you can see the immune support there: Melaleuca, On Guard, oregano, lemon, frankincense. That's a power-packed way to put that, a drop of each in a veggie cap and swallow it. It's really good for you. So I can't say enough good things. And definitely with scars or cuts or wounds, this is another oil that you can use. And Alzheimer's and memory as well. Deep blue, we all experience deep blue. So you know what this is for: muscles. It's got that helichrysum, that wintergreen, the blue tansy. I love the roller. So that's my favorite way to order it. And then my husband loves the lotion, which you guys experience. So it's just really a preference. I do use both, but they also have those deep blue capsules, which would be like an alternative to Advil. And that's good for tight muscles or injury or definitely arthritis. We have an entire arthritis protocol. If you need that, just ask. Breathe. Now, I was so tempted to actually include this with my Spoil Yourself event because this is fabulous. This oil is like a must. 2 drops of Breathe in your hand and then cup over your nose and inhale it. It's incredible. You can actually feel it go into your lungs and open those up and oxygenate your body. And asthma, allergies, bronchitis, coughs, congestion, sinus issues, clogged nose, runny nose. I was teaching a class in Connecticut. Obviously, it's really cold up there during the winter, and there was a pretty big class. And I remember I passed around Breathe like I always do. And one girl said, "Oh, I have a sinus infection." So I just actually rubbed it on the bridge of her nose and around her nose, kept teaching the class. And then 5 minutes later, she screams. And she goes, "Oh my gosh, it just popped. I've been on medication for 3 months and that oil just popped my sinus." So she was really excited. I've had people get off of inhalers using this Breathe. I mean, it's just awesome. So very therapeutic, a blend of oils: peppermint, eucalyptus, melaleuca, lemon peel, cardamom, all respiratory oils. And those Breathe cough drops are fabulous to suck on when you have a cough. And there's nothing bad in them. So that's good. So often these cough drops at CVS are just filled with garbage. So this is like a topical oil and an aromatic oil. So I like to diffuse this by my bed or in my kid's room when he's fighting something. I do 5 drops of Breathe and 2 drops of frankincense, because frankincense is great for respiratory. And I'm telling you, after 15 minutes, no coughing. It happens every time. It still freaks us out. It's because he'll be coughing and sleeping and coughing, and I'll put that in there in the diffuser, and it's done in 5 minutes. So this is really good to be inhaling in the diffuser while you sleep, and then throughout the day to have it, and then rub it on your chest as well and under your nose. On Guard is doTERRA's famous blend. So immune support every single day, germs, 99.99% effective in germ removal. Great teacher's gift. A lot of teachers diffuse this in the classroom. We just came out with a hand sanitizer with On Guard, so that's great to have an option other than Purell and not have to make your own. So that's great. It's only like $6, and it fits in your purse, and it smells good. But On Guard is a blend of oils like wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And it's going to basically protect you from getting sick. So this is a better alternative to synthetic options for immune support. And so I do use this, I would say at least weekly, if not, and sometimes it's every day. So when someone is sick around me, I definitely grab that On Guard. If my toddler comes down with something, we're protecting ourselves all the time. I don't leave the home like traveling without On Guard either, because I'll get on the plane, inhale it, put it on my chest, and this is what we inhale on the plane to protect ourselves from getting sick. And so this is a good oil to get on you every day. And to make it easy, I definitely do get it on me every day. The hand sanitizer, the foaming hand wash, those little throat drops, those little beadlets, they're little caps that pop in your mouth that are really popular. There's cleaning solution. The toothpaste is the way that I get On Guard every single day in my mouth to kill germs. So I feel like that's what always brings sicknesses down in doTERRA families. So this is a popular oil to take internally too. And I love those. There's doTERRA soft gels capsules, and I just take one of those or two of those a day whenever someone in the house is sick so that we don't get sick. So when our little toddler got something, we've been popping those and no one else in the house is sick. So it's also something I recommend diffusing every single week. And if someone is sick, diffuse it 24/7 to get rid of those germs. Digestin is another top 10 oil. And this is what we would use for digestive. Anything going on, heartburn, tummy ache, overeating, constipation, diarrhea, any of just the upset things that happen in our guts. And it works fast. I've given this to non-believers that have gut issues, and they'll take a couple drops of Digestin and be amazed that their stomach feels better just like that. So I like to take this internally, take a couple drops in a shot glass and shoot it whenever you need to. But also you can apply it to your stomach topically. So I do both. My husband takes this every day. This is probably his favorite oil. They have those digest tabs that are like kind of like breath mints that you can suck on, and it drives me crazy because he'll be talking to me while he's sucking on them for like an hour, and it's like a joke because I'm like, don't talk to me until you finish sucking on that thing. But he literally has those all the time. And anyways, it's just a very awesome oil. I have got people that have major gut issues and they're using it with great success. Acid reflux, heartburn, any of that. So Digestin Touch is great for kids just to roll on their bellies. And that's what I did even with my newborn when he was, his digestive system is forming. So when he's getting upset, I rub Digestin on him. So that's a great gift for anyone that that's pregnant or has a little kid. Okay, so we didn't get to go over much about the Lifelong Vitality, but I bring these up because if you already are with doTERRA and you're kind of new, this is what I recommend. This is actually doTERRA's #1 seller every month, which is really funny because we're an essential oil company. But once you get into the oils and you see all these other amazing high quality whole food supplements, you want to try them. And I've had anyone that I've put on these or recommended, they do not come off of them. So my husband had early arthritis in his hip, and he still does. He had an MRI, and he was getting more and more pain every single day and stretching. And I kept telling him, listen, you've got to be on a fish oil because you have arthritis. Everyone should be on a fish oil, but definitely if you have arthritis, you need to be. And the doctor told him just stop squatting so much. You have to bring it down at the gym. And he's 25, and the doctor said, there's nothing you can do, just manage the pain, and it's early arthritis. So I said, you've got to get on something. He's very skeptical about vitamins and minerals. So he finally said, okay, order me them. Within 3 days, he did not feel his hip. So energy, inflammation, just mood. That's the biggest difference that people feel when they start taking this. What I like about these is they're all meant to go together. So you've got alpha CRS, the vitamin, which is the antioxidants like turmeric, milk thistle, pomegranate for your skin, antioxidants fight free radicals. So we have to be taking antioxidants. The VMZ is the vitamins and minerals. So all your B vitamins, and it's in whole food form. Your body digests it like food. You are not going to pee yellow. So it's actually going to be absorbed. And then also the Z omegas, which are your fish oils that have 9 different essential oils in them. When your gut is taken care of nutritionally, the oils are going to work even better. So this is what we basically say is a foundation. So if you get a starter kit and you don't have the vitamins in there, I recommend trying these. They do a 30-day money back guarantee if you don't like that. I've only had one person do that in 3.5 years. That's how confident doTERRA is on these. So I take these every day. So does my husband. They're awesome. That's a Lifelong Vitality Pack. Okay, so next steps for those who do not yet have doTERRA oils in their house, this is how it works. This is how you actually get started. There's 2 options, wholesale and retail. Everybody does wholesale in doTERRA because it's 25% off of retail. It just doesn't make sense to spend more money and waste it. So everyone does wholesale. All that wholesale means is that you pay the lowest price. That's it. There's no minimums. There's no future obligation to order. However, most people do want to reorder their On Guard or frankincense when they run out. When you do reorder, you pay the wholesale price. So that's what I pay. That is the lowest price that you can get. Now, when you do actually get your wholesale account, you do have a chance to get below wholesale, and that's if you do one of those starter kits. So those starter kits are actually discounted, and that's just because you're new. And so it's going to show you, the higher you go up in kits, the more discounts and perks that you get. And so they might give you $100 back in oils. Some of the kits give you $200 back. The diamond kit gives you $400 back in oils, so they have extra bonuses. What I love about doTERRA is the education. When I started with, 3.5 years ago, I was into natural things and holistic health and been working with a doctor, but I had no clue about oils. And it amazes me. I tell people, listen, I knew nothing when I started. I just liked them and I knew they worked. You can grow as much as you want to grow, as much as you want to learn about natural medicine. doTERRA is the company because that's what we actually do for you. We will teach you, they teach, this is all they do. So you're not going to get involved with doTERRA and not know what to do. That is doesn't happen. When you get a starter kit, we never let you sit there and wonder, what do I do with this? So we train you. We have an awesome support system for you as a customer. We do online trainings every week. We can direct you to everything that you want to learn. You're never going to learn everything about oils. I'm always learning something new, but that's what we actually are going to train you on how to do and how to use them. The private Facebook group is also what we add you to as a customer, so you can post oil questions and learn a ton. And so that's really key. And then you do have the opportunity to take advantage of the loyalty rewards program. This is really great. This is doTERRA is what they're known for. And this is where you can get an additional 30% back in product. So it's a perk for a wholesale member. And then we teach you more about this as you get your wholesale account, because you're not allowed to do the loyalty rewards program until you actually have a wholesale account. So if you joined in October, you're not allowed to do loyalty rewards until November. And that's something that you have to actually opt in yourself. But it's really a no-brainer. And so I would say 70% of our customers actually do this program. And this is the best way to do it. The most intelligent way is to get your kit and then actually do the loyalty rewards program, so that every time you do get something, even if it's one oil, you're always going to be getting points. You get free shipping back in points. Every month they do a free oil of the month. And if you want it, you can get it. So that just shows you. Now, some of the starter kits do start you off, higher, but the whole goal of loyalty rewards is to get to 30%. And that's on top of that 25% discount that you're already getting as a wholesale member. So this is the most intelligent way to get your oils going forward. Obviously, people get in, they're like, I want everything. I want cypress. I want all the emotional blends. I want bergamot. I want rose and copaiba. And the best way to do it is to take advantage of loyalty rewards. So if you just did a basic kit, they start off at 10%. Some of the other kits that are really popular start off at 15% or 20%. But every 3 months that you do a loyalty rewards order, they up you 5%. So we teach you about this after you get started, but the whole goal is to get to 30% back. And so for me, every 3 months, I have to get another bottle of frankincense because I use it every day. My husband uses it every day. And frankincense is a more expensive oil than lemon. If you ever see cheap frankincense, run. It's not real frankincense. It's impossible. But I just cash out my points and I get it for free. So I have so many customers get in on loyalty rewards, and then they text me a couple months down the road and they're like, oh, I just got free helichrysum. I just got my Immortelle for free. So I love to use this program and get free luxury oils like sandalwood and not have to pay for them. And that's what doTERRA rewards you for, just, being a regular oil user. To get wholesale, there's 2 options. Option 1 is it's similar to Costco. So you pay $35 one time, and then you can get your oils a la carte, and you get that lowest price, and you have a wholesale account for a year. Option 2, and this is what 90% of people do, is choose a starter kit. When you choose a starter kit, you do not have to pay $35. So you're getting a free wholesale account. Also, most of the starter kits come with a free diffuser. So you're saving like $75, $80 out the door. And the starter kits, they have just the basic oils that you need. And then there's others that you get more for your, to start with, you get more than just the basic. And so this is what, I don't like to pay $35 if I don't have to. And so this is what we typically recommend as just the better deal. So I'll post a link as to all the starter kits. There's about 9 of them. And they're all great. They're all going to give you that free wholesale account. It's just that some are more popular. So we have one, we have a couple bigger kits, like the diamond kit that has every single product. We have the every oil kit, which is every oil. They come with $400 back, $200 back. They're about half off. But I love this kit. This is a mid-size kit. So this is really in the middle, and it's my favorite for newbies. I like it because it has the basic top 10, but then you also get the past tense. You get the Aromalight diffuser, which is a $90 diffuser for free. That's a more expensive diffuser that you get for free. You get the free lifelong vitality, so you get those vitamins in there for free. It's deeply discounted. You get the foaming hand wash, the toothpaste, you get the massage blend. So a lot of great oils in there already. You get the deep blue rub, the Terrazyme, and I like it because it gives you 100 points through the loyalty rewards program, which is like $100 in free oils the next month. And typically people do get more in the beginning because they're excited and they want to get more of these oils. And we're coming up on, holidays. And so it's nice to be able to get more. And they also start you off higher on the loyalty rewards program. They start you off at 15% back. And then they give you 100 points, which is $100 in free oils after you make 100 PV LRP order. So it's just a huge perk, and they give you that nice little box. So nobody that I have ever regrets getting this kit. Another really popular one is the Home Essentials kit. And that is really the top 10 oils right there. We just went over them. This is the basics. You branch off from here. And depending on what you're going through and health challenges, you will need different oils based on what's specific to you, and then just be able to add more over time. But this is what everyone should have in their medicine cabinet, period. And I like this because it comes in the big size, the 15 milliliters. The only one that comes in the 5 is the deep blue. That's just how it is in the kits. But then you also get that free diffuser. So I have 5 of those petals in my house. We have one in each of the kids' rooms, one in our bedroom, the kitchen, so you don't have to be dragging around. So that's the Home Essentials kit. You get the big bottle of frankincense in there. And then the Family Wellness kit. This does not have a diffuser in it, but it does have the touch line. So this is more focused on families and kids. So the touch line has all the oil, the oils for the kids that are pre-diluted. It also has the cheer and the peace, which are emotional blends that smell really good. Also something for adults, the adult vitamins, the lifelong vitality pack. Then you get the kids probiotic. That's like a pixie stick. So my kid loves those. I actually steal those sometimes. It's such a good probiotic. And then the kids vitamins that are chewable. So that's another, family line. And there's other kits, but I like those ones because those ones qualify for the special this month. Before we get to the special, it does make a difference who you actually order doTERRA from. Now, you never order doTERRA on Amazon. It's not authorized to sell doTERRA. Amazon's not allowed to sell doTERRA, so the people that you're actually buying from are frauds. And it's very hard to track, but what they're doing is they're taking oil and they're dividing one bottle between 4, and then they're selling it. And so you never buy natural. I love Amazon, but you do not buy natural medicine on Amazon. You have to buy it direct from doTERRA. However, even though it's shipping from doTERRA, it makes a difference who you actually sign up with. And our team and the person that spoiled you, we have one of the fastest growing teams in doTERRA, meaning that we are passionate about helping you use these oils. We have like I said, the Facebook group. We do an oil camp that's free. This is further education. It's a 2-week online boot camp. The next one we have starts November 6th. And you can win more prizes there. So if you like spoil yourself, it's even better. And this is after you get your kit. We put you through oil camp if you want it. Most do. And then the 21-day drip is some videos that we filmed. Specifically, you can save them in a folder, 3-minute videos, how to use your frankincense, how to use digestin. So that's really helpful. How to use oils with kids, how do you cook with them. So just the basics, we can share with you. All right, October. How great is this special? I love that this came during the time we did Spoil Yourself. So anyone that's new, if you actually get one of your, if you pick a starter kit or if you spend 200 PV, in oils, which is like $200 in oils, then you actually get these 3 oils for free: Balance, Serenity, and Citrus Bliss. So you've already experienced Balance. It's a staple. Serenity is the sleep oil. It smells so good. It's anti-anxiety. It's great for stress. Citrus Bliss is good for depression, for stress. It smells so good when you diffuse it. It's just awesome. So you get all 3 of those in the big bottles for free. So that's what they're doing in October. I've never seen them give away 3 oils. So it's a great time. And I just love it when there's some months we don't even have an incentive, but this one is awesome since we're doing the 3 free oils. So the kits that I went over, as long as it's 200 PV, you have to don't look at the dollar amount. The dollar amount was, $275. The PV was $225. So it qualifies. But some of the 150 kits, just so that, if you pick one of those kits, those are about 100 PV. So they don't qualify for this freebie. So, and they're usually, the 150 kits use the small bottles. So the Home Essentials kit is more popular because you get the 15 milliliters versus the 5. So you get triple the oils for not even double the price. And that's it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to post this. I'll post this along with the links. I really hope that you join us in healing the world naturally with essential oils, and that you just join our family. That's really what we are. Ask your questions. And thanks for letting us spoil you. Y'all have a great night.